Good evening, everyone. I really appreciate all of you all showing up tonight, and we've got some really incredible information we're going to share with you. We have the one and only Doug Dickey here with us tonight. He is the co-founder of Avini Health, and he is also the author of the compensation plan. And so he agreed to graciously come on here and share with all of us about the best ways to build this and how we can build it together as a team. And so I don't really know any more than that. I'm going to learn as you all learn tonight, but I'm just really, really excited about having Doug with us tonight. So, Doug, I'm going to turn it over to you. And if you need anything from me, just chime in and let me know, and I'll jump in. So, thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be Neil Roth, our CEO, he had final say so on everything. The first comp plan I sent him, he rejected wholeheartedly, and then said to me, "Just send me the one I'm supposed to have." And then I sent this. He made some changes to it, sent it back, said, "What do you think?" And I was like, "This is perfect." And and so I want to go through tonight and explain. Oh, and by the way, he said next, don't change anything, which is why we have so many diamond levels. I would have been a little more uh, choosy on the gym levels, but I want to explain some of the details in this, why it is the way it is. And so I'm going to go. By the way, everybody here's a distributor, correct? Do we know?
I think most are really heavy leaning into this, so they're wanting to see this side of it as well. So
Okay. And the reason I say that is because I can say a lot of things to distributors, and with safety that I have to use a disclaimer if I'm talking to people that haven't joined yet. So I want to start out. I'm assuming everybody has seen the. Let me just do something here. Everybody has seen the. What am I doing? Here we go. All right. Everybody has seen the products, right? So we'll just kind of start with this, and I'll explain. I'm going to jump around here a little bit. I'll explain some of the components. But first off, Rick, Neil, and myself are the founders of Avini, and we currently have the manufacturing ability to manufacture completely vertical integrated from the smallest, purest US-based non-GMO ingredient all the way through shipping. And it's all automated. It's a pretty neat system. So that's something that we have that's really amazing. Also, we don't charge for the back office. We don't charge for the app. We don't charge for anything other than the products themselves. And there's a lot of value in that. And again, just touching on that. And I'm going to just kind of run through this and then show you this. So when I go through a presentation and I talk to people, I get to this point. Where do you see yourself fitting in? You hear about the products, you hear about the technology. I then go to, do you want to learn more? Is there more information that you need? Do you want to just buy retail? Everybody has to buy from a distributor. Nobody can go directly to the company. We protect the distributors. So the distributors have to buy from distributors. And we remember that going forward, who shared with who, shared with who. And we keep that. And so retail, of course, you're paying retail 20% more than wholesale. You get a 30-day money back. This is really important. If you say, hey, I don't want to pay retail, 11th commandment, thou shalt not pay retail. And so they can buy wholesale by buying a pack, a activation pack, 299, 499, or 999 more product. You're buying products. You don't have to pay to get in the company. You just buy a pack that's an activation pack. So many of you probably many of you are already distributors, so you had to buy an activation pack. You only get that activation pack once. The reason that I wanted to do that, I wanted people, I had people telling me how they didn't see a difference with the product. And then I would ask them, okay, what product did you try? Well, I haven't tried your product yet. So how could you see a difference if you haven't tried the product? There was a lot of opinion from people who had never tried the product. They tried some other product and then passed their judgment on. So I wanted people to have to put forth some money to commit, because when people spend money, there is a natural commitment that happens. So I wanted them to get a pack. $2.99 is a very small amount. I wanted them to get a pack so they were at least committed. Use the product. You don't like it, now call me and tell me how much, you know, you don't like it. But don't tell me when you haven't tried it yet. So I wanted it to have some buy-in. You have to get in or pay retail and get one bottle or something. And so that was sort of the reasoning. And so we have this wholesale buyer slash distributor where you get the best price. It is an option to an opportunity, but you don't have to do anything. It allows us to be an open tent with no doors. It allows everybody to come in and contribute to volume, even if they don't want to participate in the volume. So no participation, you're a wholesale buyer. And that was important. Again, you can be a customer, become a distributor, be rewarded from helping others. These are some of the packs. There were, there's larger ones. I have a whole list of them, but very important, lifetime membership. So you don't have to continue buying monthly. You don't have to continue buying even, I think if you have to buy something within 2 years. But it's a lifetime membership, no monthly commitments or annual fees, voluntary auto ship where you get 20 cents for every dollar you spend. And the auto ship is, since we are a direct sales company, we wanted to move all of the guaranteed volume, so to speak, auto ships to the first third of the month. So you still have 20 days to build towards a level because you know where your volume is on the 11th. So you have to put in your orders first through the 10th, have it run the following day or whenever, and you get points towards free product at 20 cents per dollar. That's pretty amazing. No cost home business for those that want to do it. Again, website's free, back office is free. That's probably a $25 a month charge right there. And then it's very intuitive mobile app, and these are really important. So that's the step. Again, benefits of being a distributor. You get a replicated website. You can share products with others. You can share the opportunity with others. And if you have somebody go to your website, they log in and they go vinihealth.com/Greg, right? So they're in your back office, says at the top, you're shopping with Greg. So they could buy retail by clicking on products, choosing whatever they want. They put in their email, they get a little profile, and they can purchase with a credit card, have it shipped to them. They can even do an auto ship if they choose. And so you get paid for whether they purchase or whether they sign up in any of the 3 packs. You get a bonus, an enrollment bonus. 100 for $2.99 pack, 170 for $4.99, and 335 for $9.99. You also get volume, 100, 200, and 400 volume for each of these levels. You can buy any pack you want to become a distributor, wholesale buyer, but depending on the larger packs have more product. You have like $1,600 worth of product for $9.99, where you get like $400 worth of product for $2.99. So there's a lot more product that you get. It's the best price you can get. Both of these are paid whether you buy anything or not. So if you've not bought anything for a month, but you're a distributor, somebody goes to your website and purchases, you get paid for these. They go right into your account, into your e-wallet. You don't have to do anything. So that was really, really important, that a person that isn't interested but still makes a sale, they get to be paid for that sale. They had influence with somebody. Nobody just accidentally went to their website. So they get compensated even if they haven't bought anything, because somebody's got to be compensated for making the sale. So this is really important. What it does the most is it shows integrity of the company. Somebody's going to pay for this. Somebody got them to come and get the product. They should get compensated for it. And so to me, that's really, really important. So next is if you say, hey, I want to participate, I want to get paid on other people's volume. So you can get three payouts essentially on volume created by other people by simply participating. And I'll show you how to do that in a moment. But you can get team commissions. This is a very large portion of the check. Rank up bonus for hitting the executive level. And then leadership matching bonus, which pays you on personally enrolled and they're personally enrolled. 7% on the first level. Everybody you personally enroll. If they get a team commission check, let's say $1,000, you make $70 on it. So it's very, very nice thing. So the comp plan looks like this. Essentially, that's really odd. So achievement, what you have to do to qualify, the volume of the three legs, and the payouts. And I'll show you, it looks like a trinary. 3 equal legs. You want to get the volume to be about the same in each leg. Customers are part of your volume and flow to your smallest leg. So whatever your volume is in your smallest leg, or the smallest leg volume, that's where your personal volume and all your customer volume flows to help you qualify. Not a company I know of anywhere that allows you to take your personal volume and then put it in your smallest leg to help you qualify. And so let's go back to here. And the way that this works, and I'll stop here in about 5 minutes or so, and we'll have some questions, is you have ranks and you have levels. A similar comp plan that I based this off of had these huge gaps that were 10,000 between one level and another, that you were supposed to jump, from 5,000 to 15,000 in 1 month. And so what ended up happening is if you were sharp, you would sandbag all your volume. You'd get everybody set up and then do it. But their rank up bonus, when you achieved it, if you didn't achieve it at the second month, you lost it. And I thought that was ridiculous. I mean, we want people to be incentivized, but we want them to keep running. We don't want them to slow down and stop based on the fact they can't make a new level. So what I did is I added 3 levels in between each rank. And the silver and gold ranks, the precious metals, are really for the 8 out of 10 network marketers. So in network marketing, averages generically, 2 of them are network marketers. They know how to network, they know the rules, they've read the books. They at least get excited about the idea of telling somebody and building an organization. The other 8 hate those 2, and they're pissed off that they got drug into this damn thing, right? So they join to be a part of something. They join to get the products. They join. Maybe they have a part of the dream, but they're not willing to put in the time to read the books. They're not willing to make the life changes that require to get to the diamond level. And so you might identify on either of these sides. You might identify as the person that quickly goes diamond, or you might identify as the person that says, I really just love the products, but I want to be able to share and I wouldn't mind making a few $100. So since the average networker in the industry, 92% never make a dime. Only 8% of those that join network marketing ever make a dime. So right off the bat, it's a bad investment as far as a business, right? Because it's what's working against you. And that's because of this 20/80 principle. Was it can't think of the name of it. Um, this where 20% of the people do 80% of the work. Pareto principle. So what ends up happening is people get in, they sponsor one person. They have one person that's going to follow them no matter what it is. Hey, there's this really cool thing we can levitate. You can get in for $1,200. Okay, great. You can get one person. So the 80% can probably do that. That one person in this comp plan can make you money in off the downline volume. So basically, if you have one personally enrolled distributor, right here you can see the one, you have two qualified legs, meaning somebody above you has put a second person in. Next, they're down below you. So now you have two legs that are qualified for that month. If you get one active personally enrolled customer, so somebody you said, hey, would you try a six pack of the Plus Energy? This stuff's great. It gives you energy, it gives you focus, improves your stamina. Invented by Russian scientists with the Olympics back in the 90s when Russia moved ahead of the US and the Olympic gold medals. This was the product they had. And I want you to try it. It's a great pre-workout. It's great for getting stuff done, taking tests, things like that. They go, sure, I'll try it. They go to your website, you send them a link. They go to your website, they buy this for the month, retail, about $50 total. And now you have an active personally enrolled customer. Or if you know somebody says, man, they could really use this hydration. So you go on there and you send them a plus hydration. You pay for it, but their address is there. They're going to take the product. They now have a customer portal that you created for them because you're sending it to them to coax them to take a look at this. That's perfectly legal also. You can do that the same person 2 months in a row. Third month, it'll stand out if they're still a personal customer and you're paying for it. So you can really get away with that twice. Third time, it'll be a red flag. But once you have that customer, that distributor, and those two legs, and you've done your 100 volume personally, you're qualified for all three levels of silver. And so depending on the volume you have, 500, 1,000, or 1,500 or more, you can qualify as long as 80%, there's no more than 80% allowed in one leg. So one leg could have, let's say, 1,200 for the executive level. The other leg would have 300. Okay, so pretty simple. You got to keep them within the balance listed here. If you have only 500 volume, your team commission is $60. Not a ton of money, but when you look at 92% that have one leg, never make a dime, people here are like, this is the first time in 25 years, 11 companies that I've ever made a check based on network marketing. So this is powerful. Somebody gets that $60 check, they are bragging, they are jumping up and down. There's a huge party because they've arrived. That's what the silver rank was for. Just to get all of them to make $200 with their one person. Let me ask you this question, Greg. If you get a distributor to make $200, what are they going to spend that money on?
Product.
Product. It's a cycle. They're going to put it into product. That product's going to get the volume up again. They're going to try it next month and the next month. They will never leave if they're making $200 a month. Average silver currently makes about $240 because they're, of course, getting some of the commission that comes with that. Pretty amazing. Now, not every silver is doing that, just the average. And so, again, I'm talking to all distributors here. It's all based on your amount of effort, but the effort is tied to achieving these four columns. Achieve those, and you get paid this. No gotchas, no, but if you didn't sponsor your second cousin Phil on the 12th of December at 3, you don't qualify. None of that. It's all based on if you achieve the rank and level, you get the pay. The 150 rank up bonus pays out that month, the end of the month, and it's paid the first time you get it. When you get to gold, gold is simply more volume. So the first was 500,000, 1,500, then it goes 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. But you have to get three qualified legs. Again, these could be three legs from somebody else, but you happen to have three personally enrolled actives. They can be the same people. They don't have to be new ones. They can be the same three every month and the same two customers every single month. Okay. And your same, 100 that you purchase each month. And I suggest buying that 100 in the first day for sure. Um, getting your volume up as high as you can in the first day. Based on the volume, again, the ratios change. This is 70, 25, 5. Basically, it's 70 and 30 between the other two legs. So your biggest leg maxes at 70%, which is 1,400 for this leg or for this level. And then your minimum that you have to have in the smallest leg is 5%. So that's $100. Now you notice that we went from 100, 200, 300 in your min leg back to 100, back to 150, and then 200. So why did we make it easier? So the same person that has momentum with their silver level flows right into gold, and it makes it easier on that third leg because you have to add a third leg. We want people to have three legs, not two. So we made it easier so you can move right from the silver right into the gold environment. And this is really powerful. When people start making 240, 360, or 480 a month, that is life-changing. It's absolutely life-changing. Your success is going to be a large portion of the new people getting in, making a little money. That's what Avini wants. Avini wants people on product. The 8 out of 10 buy more product than the 2 out of 10. So we want the 8 out of 10 at least making some money to pay for their products so they're not out any money. So they have a positive, affirmative view of network marketing, the most powerful ability to move a product into the market, especially one that's experiential. You got to hear from somebody's heart to understand the value, why this is 60, 69 bucks retail. When you experience and you go, oh my gosh, my friend's alive today because they're taking this, that gives you a ton of value. When your people are just making enough to pay for their products, it is life changing. So real quick, I had this guy call me who's he's in the company, he's in another company making 500,000 a month somewhere else. But he came in because of the products he's been building here, and we remove his name. You don't have to out yourself here. We totally understand people are in different companies. When I first talked to him, he told me who he was and all of his bona fides. And then he said, hey, your comp plan doesn't pay very much. I noticed that it's real slow and I can help you change it and benefit. This is like in the first 6 months of getting started. I said, no, we're going to keep the comp plan the way it is. It's meant for a specific purpose. Attract the right people, those that are interested in saving lives. And so he said, okay, well, let me know. Guys are very, very powerful. He's written lots of comp plans. So he calls me about a year later and I notice his name. I'm like, why was he calling me? So he calls up and he says, hey, do you remember me? He tells me his name. I go, yeah, you're, doing this. And he goes, yeah. And he says, I got to apologize to you. And I go, for what? He goes, I was so wrong. I told you your comp plan sucked, and he made it much worse than he had actually said. And I said, well, what's changed? He says, all of my people are making money. All the people have never made money in any of the companies I've drugged them into. My entire group that's here is making money. I've never seen that, where you get an 8 or 9 out of 10 making some money. He said that makes it so much easier on the leader when their people aren't having to be, they're not wanting to jump ship every 12 minutes. And he said, I recognize now what you're trying to do. You're building a long-term system, not a get rich quick. And I said, yeah, that's correct. And we want to attract the people that aren't going to want to come in here, make a big mess, and then leave. We're not a shiny object. We are a serious, debt-free, save the world company. And so that's what is reflected in this presentation. I mean, in the comp plan. And so I want to jump to very quickly, somebody can get to Sapphire with only 10,000 volume. Now, the wonderful thing about this is very linear. So you can write down the numbers that you want to be at. Let's say I want to be at 9,000 a month, right? I can take that. That's a 7,500 rank up bonus, and you get the leadership match bonus. Again, 7% on your personally enrolled team commission, their team commission, and then 5% on all of their team commissions. This number has no cap. This number will be very big 3-4 years from now. Could be 50, it could be mid 5-figure in income monthly, just the leadership match bonus, depending on how many people you sponsor over that time. So what's interesting is if I want to get to 9,000 a month, that's a pretty decent income. This is not 9,000 for a few months, and you have to keep double backflip and triple back. This is 9,000 going forward every single month. Duplicatable residual income. What they've promised in direct sales for 50 years, but very few companies have got this. So this is just a beginning start right here. Diamond Executive. This is 125,000 volume within a calendar month. You have to have 200 personal, 8 customers, 8 distributors, and only 3 legs. So very simple, 8 across the board. I can take the volume of 125, I can divide it by 3, and I can divide each one of those by 150. The average that a distributor purchases is 154. And I can figure out how many people I need in each leg. And then I can work through that through the law of thirds, and I can figure out exactly how many people I need to see and when I can get. If somebody comes in at a 999, that's 400 points. Maybe there's a few extra points from an extra product. Now that's 3 people that get counted for that in the place of one person that comes in with a 999. You can map this out before you ever talk to a person. You can figure out who you want in your front 3, the next 9, the next 27, the next 81. You can map it out and see everybody move up by balancing this. We allow you to place people wherever you want. So you can put the volume so it's balanced 30, 30, 30 across. So very important that you balance these legs because eventually you get to 40, 40, 20. And when you have a fast growing leg, you can let it run on its own, get out of its way, work on your other 2 legs. And so again, our largest distributor right now in 2.5 years is at the Blue Diamond apprentice level. He's been there, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, 6 months. So pretty soon he'll move on to Blue Diamond Director. Now, this is just the team commission, the leadership match bonus with 160 front line and about 390 second level. You start to see the value if somebody gets $1,000 check and you get 70 of that, or 50 of that, it builds up very quickly, this LMB, based on your ability to personally enroll, and then you place them to help others make checks that are in your personal downline. So you can balance this out. So you're helping people make more money, which makes you more money. And this is lifelong. And it continues on to 160,000 a month in this as the ambassador, 50,000 from Sapphire, 1,000 all the way to the 50,000. These are paid in two payments. The first month that you achieve it, you get half with your monthly team commission. The second time you achieve it, whenever that is, you get the other half. There's no time frame on it. You don't lose it if you don't make the same level the next month. So that was really important. So that way people aren't having to cheat the system. We want people to focus on getting products in people's hands, focus on helping people achieve, and then theirs is already taken care of. And it's hard to run in these blue and purple areas if you don't have your team with you. Help your team come along with you. So that way they're getting successful along with you. Bring a team of 20 or 30 people. And huge power in this. So that's the way this functions. And to qualify, you need personal volume. You need customers. Again, 1 to 8. You need active distributors and qualified legs. And then the volume you need to balance. And that's how that works. And then I want to also show a lot of people do this this style on the left. Well, I'm going to just put volume and drive down until I get somebody who's active. So I want to consider that. I want you to consider this. This has been successful for lots of companies. Everybody gets to share that same volume of one leg. That's true. But in every case, these are all zeros. Only this person is motivated to do that. So typically in network marketing, you have to go through 10 people to get 2 that are going to do network marketing. So you're trying to get other people to leave wherever they are to come here. We're not concerned too much about their use of the product. That's a secondary thing. If I'm concerned about helping people get on the product, then I could fill in 1, 2, 3. Now, this person over here doesn't necessarily have to do anything. Like, let's say I sponsor number 1, but they're not really interested in building. That's fine. If you build underneath them 3 legs, I'll bet you a couple levels down, they're going to be really interested in putting $100 or $200 in every month, having their customers and having their distributors, because it's a $500 check. So I could take somebody who's not interested in participating and get them on the product pretty quick, since I would be building anyways. I would be building, putting people underneath them, because you're not going to count on them for your success. But you could come back to them in a month or 2 and say, you're leaving $500 on the floor. Why don't you do your 200, do your, or 100, whatever. I usually, people that aren't really interested, that are getting money off others, that aren't building, I ask them to do twice as much. Do 200. Again, the average auto ship's $189, $154 for the average order. So again, if I build this way and I fill them in, and I'm always putting the volume to my lesser volume leg, and I try to balance them, not just based on people, but balanced on volume, I can come back and get 1, 2, and 3 to do more to up their check. I can get them actively building. This is security, because I want people on the product. They're sold on the product. They're going to share it with people. And so this is the way that this comp plan works the best. It still works this way, but You have to go through 10 to get your two. Wouldn't you rather have all 10 buying product or 8 out of 10? So the numbers are in 3 months, typically in network marketing, between 10 and 15% are still active. That's the averages. In ours, in 6 months, 68% are still active. So that is a absolute crushing of the average. And why is it? Because the products work. The products are saving lives. But this comp plan draws people in that are looking long term. And you can build this thing, make some money elsewhere if you choose to also. So this is a powerful, powerful tool. And again, you get paid weekly and monthly, and the auto ship for both retail customers and distributors. All right, so let's go to, and then I'll show the back office here in a little bit, but let's go to some questions.